have you ever wondered about, okay, there's ChatGPT now, we can't seem to live without it, but what's going to happen after? So today we're going to take a step forward and we're going to look at what is next. So everyone, please do invite with me our next expert speaker, Mr. Jingren Zhou. He's the CTO of Alibaba Cloud, and he will be sharing some very insightful topics with us, which is what's the next AI breakthrough after ChatGPT. Please join me on stage. All right, thank you very much. Very exciting topic, and I'll hand the stage to you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Very happy to be here. Do I have the speaker?
Thank you.
So today I will just share some of the experience and also talk about some opportunities. Try to build large language model and applications. So today we are in the very exciting AI era, and this wave of technology innovation is primarily driven by three factors. On one side, we have explosive, increasingly data set, and on the other side, we have the computing capability has increased exponentially, and what's more, and we also innovate in the algorithm side so that the algorithm can be complex enough so that we can distract the different kind of the knowledge from the massive amount of the data set. So one of the groundbreaking breakthrough in this domain, in this new era, is the emergence of the large language model. Specifically, we talk about the ChatGPT, right? So even though the ChatGPT was introduced a year ago, and we have seen the flurry of the technical innovations and a lot of the applications and build on top of that. So in this talk, I will try to illustrate some of the ideas or some of the paradigms when you try to build the large language model applications. And hopefully so we can share some of the experience and most importantly, and it's try to inspire your imaginations. So first one, when we try to build large language model applications, is try to do augmentation, right? So this is particularly true that when you have the proprietary kind of data set, or you have certain kind of the knowledge that is very domain specific, and that is, even though the ChatGPT or the large language model is very powerful, but still it may lacking in certain areas. For instance, like the different country may have a different legal system or different kind of legal document. And it's very hard for the ChatGPT or for the large language model to load them all, right? So in this case, you would like to augment have to enhance the large language model to with the particular domain expertise. So typically, in order to do that, you first try the prompt engineering, right? Supply your knowledge and to see whether that solves the problem. If that solves the problem, that's just a very good indication. The second one is sometimes you need to build kind of the knowledge system repository on the side so that you can do retrieval augmented generations. We typically call RAG. And what's more, sometimes you need to fine-tune it, right? So you can fine-tune, if you have a data set, you can fine-tune it to make your model to be more robust and more target for one particular scenario. And even more, sometimes you want to use the human feedback to further to improve your algorithms. The second one, the second paradigm is when you develop those applications is called multimodality, right? So even though the large language model start with the conversation, but now on a daily basis, we're dealing much more complex data source, for instance, like the images or videos or chart tables. So how to expand your application to multimodality is one of the challenges that we have to solve. The third paradigm is we need to introduce the personalizations into the application, right? So today, if you talk to the large language model, typically they just give you a very plain answer. But what about we add the personality into this response, and hopefully that letting the the models to have different kind of the personalities and even have some kind of the long-term memory, right? Such personalization is very important when we build user-friendly applications. And the fourth one is about the ecosystem, right? We have a lot of the tools, a lot of the small model has been already built up, right? How to let the language model to take advantage of that, right? So this is typically done by the plugin. If we can add the plugins and hopefully to letting the large language model to know how to use those tools, then suddenly they can expand the capability of the large language models. And finally, it's about agent, right? And you all heard about the recent kind of the OpenAI Dev Days talk a lot about the agent. And this is the way that you can, using the agents to approach the problem in a very sophisticated way. You can break the single task into series of the subtasks and solve one by one, eventually combine all the information together. And using agent intelligently is able to help you to solve a different kind of the business problems. So now, with all those kind of capabilities or the new paradigms, right? So now we can enter in the new avenue of applications. In order for you to do that, you definitely need to work with large language models, right? In Alibaba Cloud, we're offering different kind of the large language models for you to give a try and to integrate into your applications. So first of all, we recently introduced the Tongyi Qianwen Quen 2.0, and this is one of the largest language models in the world and contains of the hundreds of the billions of the parameters. And if you look at their performance, it's highly performant compared to any other large language models in the world. And I encourage you to just download the app and give it a try. In addition to the large language model itself, we've also open sourced the small models, right? So we provide the models with a different size, starting with 7 billion parameters, and we also have the 14 billion parameters. And depending on your application scenario, you may choose the model at the right size to integrate into your applications. And in the next month or so, we will introduce another one. It's 72 billion parameters, and all of them are highly performant compared to all the other large language models in the world. So once you have the large language model, sometimes you need to share, you need to learn the experience from your other developers, right? You want to share that experience and hopefully to leverage their expertise. So I encourage you to try the Modelscope if you don't know that. And this is the largest AI model community in China, right? And particularly for the past year has developed so fast, and it's on a daily basis, there's there's millions of the developers actually participate and contributing and download different kind of the model, sharing the experience and trying different kind of innovative applications. So I strongly encourage you to give a try. And also, together with the Tongyi foundation models and the large language models, we also supply the different kind of application models, right, to help the developers and to leverage and to build on top of to solve the different kind of the business scenarios. And I encourage you to go to the aliyun.com, so just to give it a try. So in the next few minutes, I will quickly go through some of the examples. Right. The idea here is try to give you a taste of what these models can do, and hopefully to stimulate some of the discussion or even your imaginations, or maybe just the new startup ideas. Right. The first is we integrate the large language model with the speech capability. Right. So we introduced the product called Tongyi Tingwu in Chinese, and this is the tool that providing a very powerful assistant for our daily works and the study, right? So one common scenario is we're attending the meeting and a lot of the people is having the conversation. Using this tool, right? So we can easily translate the speech or speech to the text And then in the meantime, and also try to differentiate which person holding what comment, right? And trying to let in the large language model to do the summarizations, to analyze our conversation in real time. And more importantly, they can also help us to annotating what are the follow-ups we need to do after the meeting, right? And greatly can improve the efficiency of our meeting or conversations. Another way to try the Tongyi Tingwu is to use that to consume the video content, right? Using this tool that it can very efficiently analyze all the video content and help you to summarize and break it into the different parts and grasp the main ideas, and even help you to find the different kind of the content at your convenience. The other kind of the model I would like to introduce is called Tongyi Xingchen, right? So this is the model that can provide different kind of the characteristics. It provides the different personalities. It can nicely blend in the personalization within the large language model. So when you chat with someone, and there's a different kind of the figure you can choose from, right? You can either choosing historical figures, or maybe just movie stars, or even just some virtual assistant that offering kind of the emotional support, right? And more importantly, you can even using this platform to define your own character. All right, so that can be very easy. You can just supply and some of his personality that's used and describe that in the natural language. And more importantly, you can also supply with his past conversation histories, and then the model can automatically learn from its talking style and communication style, and to mimic what this person typically say in the conversation. And by doing so, you're adding the personalities, adding the different kind of interesting characteristics into the conversation model. The third one I would like to introduce is about the coding, right? So as all of you is actively innovate, and the coding is part of our daily activities. And by using the large language model together with the coding, and it can greatly facilitate our daily life, right? So for instance, you can go to the alibaba.com and download Tongyi Linma. This tool can nicely integrate with any editors, right? It can help you to do the coding, can do the code completions, and very efficiently. Can also add in the unit test generations. And once you have a certain kind of the code, and then you can just asking the tools to generate the unit test for you. And it can also add in the comments, right? Just after the few click, and even help you to debug the code. Right, so very powerful tools. I strongly encourage you to go to Tongyi's website and download the tool and give it a try. Right, and I have another example to show you. Is just give you ideas how to use the large language model in one specific finance sectors. Right, so we built this model called Tongyi Dianjing. The idea is to using the large language model to help you to perform the deep analysis of the financial statement, right? You can easily upload a financial statement into the product, and the product will automatically read all the contents and do different kind of analysis and provide the summary, and also provide you can do also Q&A with the tools to better understand the document. Another way is these tools also integrate the real-time finance data set, right? So when you on one day you want to ask for the particular stock and how it is performing, and this is done by the the agent behind the scene, right? So it will receive the content, it will analyze the different data source, right? Some from the real stock price, real-time stock price, and some will find the historical financial documents, and then this agent will combine all sorts of information to give you 360 view about this particular company, about this particular stock, and hopefully to provide, hopefully to help you to make an informed decision. One last example is about how to integrate this with our daily work, right? So it's, for instance, like the Ding Talk, you can use this large language model to help you to write essay or write kind of the marketing documents. And in the meantime, you can also using the tools to generate the image for you, right? And if you can describe what kind of the image you would like to see, and then the tools will automatically generate a computer generated kind of the figures and for you to choose from, and can easily integrate into your document. So far, I due to the time constraint, I've been only able to show you a few examples, right? So very quickly. But the key idea here is because of the emergence of the large language model, suddenly we just open the door for all kinds of the possibilities. And in the past, we have a lot of we developed so many kind of the applications, but it's not exaggerating to say that because of the new wave of the AI technologies, and it's worthwhile to considering rewriting all of them, right? So, and to letting them to leverage the powerful capabilities from the large language model to hold it to make sure that all the applications have become more intelligent and try to help our daily life, or even just to improve our work efficiency. So this is the truly exciting era. So hopefully you will enjoy and also participate, and let's just work together and have fun together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zhou. Thank you for that sharing. Wow, definitely an eye-opener.